Hey there, Amazon sellers. Andy Craig here again, back with another easy strategy designed to boost your ROI and keep your ad spend under control. Now, we all know the power of a well-executed Amazon PPC campaign, but are you maximizing its potential, or are you unknowingly burning through your ad budget on bad search terms? Imagine this, cutting down your ACoS immediately with this simple strategy. In today's video, we're diving deep into the goldmine that is your search term report. I'll be unveiling the art of identifying and adding negative keywords, a strategy to cut through the noise, eliminate wasted ad spend, and precisely cut out the audience that are not interested in buying your products. So if you're ready to transform your PPC campaigns from cash burners into money earners, you're in the right place. Stay tuned and let's turn those advertising dollars into money printing machines. So in this video, we're gonna get started inside your Seller Central account. The first place you wanna go is to your menu here. Click on this, go down to advertising, go to campaign manager. Once you're in your campaign manager, you're gonna go down to this bar chart right here. You're gonna click on that. You're going to click on sponsored ad reports. Now that we're in your sponsored ad reports, you're going to go to this create report button right here so we can create your sponsored ad report. And what we're going to download is your sponsored product search term report summary over the last 30 days, which is going to be the default option as soon as you get here to make it very easy. You're going to click run report. Now, this report is going to show you some valuable insights. So on Amazon, you have your different match types. You have your exact, broad, phrase, auto, category targeting, product targeting. Now, what this search term report allows you to do is show you exactly what customer search term was shown when the customers clicked or purchased your product. And it allows you to really segment the audience and figure out where they're clicking that's driving the best sales or where they're clicking that's driving the worst sales or no sales at all. So we're going to wait for the report to download here. Once that report downloads, you're going to get a completed option here. You're going to go ahead and download the report. So let's jump into that. And now that we're in our report here, I renamed all my portfolios, all my campaigns, all my keywords, so you don't see my customers' data here because this is a new client of this week. We were able to quickly bring that TACoS down. They had a TACoS of 12%, and this week it's at 6%, making them 6% more in profit every single day. So the first thing I want to do is click right here. I'm going to add a filter to the entire spreadsheet. Now, I prefer using Google Sheets. You could do the same thing in Microsoft Excel, but in this, I'm going to use Google Sheets. So the first thing I want to do is scroll over. We're looking at keywords. We're looking at these different match types. So we got exact, phrase, broad, autos, all these. Now, for your exact match and your regular product targeting, you don't want to look at those, right? Because you don't want to add negatives on those because you could just lower the bids or pause those keywords altogether. So when you're going through your search term report, you want to filter out exact match. And one thing I usually do is I'll go into the targeting, which is the actual target that you have in your ads. The customer search term is where your ad actually shows up, gets the impressions, the clicks, the spend, all that. So what I'll do is I'll go into targeting. I'll get rid of anything that's just ASIN product targeting, and I'll look at only ASIN expanded. Because ASIN expanded is like the broad match of product targeting, which allows Amazon to show your ads across more than just that exact ASIN. They'll show on similar ASINs to that one. All right, now that we segmented out the match types that we want to see, all the discovery campaigns, the auto, the broad, the phrase, the ASIN targeting, the category, now we want to figure out exactly what the metrics are on these keywords or these targets. So we're going to scroll over, and what I'll start to do is figure out where I maybe have a super high ACoS, right? So I'll go filter, sort Z to A. So I want to see, okay, what do I have a super high ACoS on, right? 500, 400, 100. Now this client has around a 25% ACoS. So there's tons of them in here that are just wasting tons of ad spend. And depending on what the search terms are or the ASINs are, what I want to start to do is add these as negative keywords and negative product targets. So what I'll do is I'll add them as negative exact keywords. So let's say anything above, let's say 70% ACoS. Maybe that's what this client is comfortable with. So pretty much all of these ones above a 70% ACoS, I'm going to start to add as negative. And this, I was able to cut out tons of wasted ad spend right away. So basically what you want to do is scroll over, and you're going to add the customer search term as the negative, whether it's a product target like this one or a customer search term like this one. And you're going to go in, find the campaign, find the ad group, and then go into your campaign manager and start to add these as negatives. So once you're back in your campaign manager, you're going to type in that same exact campaign that you want to add the negative to, and you're going to type that in. You're going to click on the campaign, open that up. Then you're going to go into the ad group. Once you're inside the ad group, you're going to click on the ad group right here, open that up. Once you are inside of the ad group, you're going to navigate down to the negative targeting section. This is where you're going to add those negative keywords. You're going to click on add negative keywords. You're going to add negative exact for all the keywords, and if it is a product targeting campaign, you're going to add negative product targeting, which you'll see. So in this case, it is a keyword. I'll just add negative keyword. Let's say it is garlic crusher is the keyword that just spent tons of money and didn't make any sales. I want to add garlic crusher. You're going to go ahead and click add keywords, hit save, and then from now on, all that wasted ad spend of that super high ACoS keyword is going to be added as a negative here and will no longer waste any ad spend. It will not show up any longer inside this ad group, and that is going to immediately cut back that wasted ad spend. Now, ACoS is just ad spend divided by your ad sales, and if you eliminate ad spend without decreasing your ad sales, immediately your ACoS is going to decrease. So let's jump back into that search term report. So after I grab all the ones and add them as negatives that are product targets, negative exact, that are super high ACoS, now I want to go in and figure out where I'm getting 0 orders, because ACoS is keywords with orders. So the next thing I'm gonna do is scroll over to 0 orders, or total sales equals 0. I like to just go 0 orders. So I'll see 7-day total orders. I'm gonna run a filter for that one, hit clear, and hit 0, and hit OK. So now I want to filter ad spend high to low. So I'm gonna go filter Z to A, sort Z to A, and now I want to figure out where did I spend a ton of money but I didn't make any sales. So as you see, I spent $275 here, $194 here, $147 here. I have tons and tons of wasted ad spend on targets, and these are product targets, not even keywords that I didn't make any sales on, right? So this product that I'm looking at here is around a $50 product. So basically, let's say if I don't want higher than a 70% ACoS, 7 times 5 is 35. So if I spent more than $35, even if my next click is a sale, it's going to be above that 70% ACoS. So basically, I'm setting that price point at 35. So anything above $35 in spend, I want to add as a negative keyword now. So there's all these customer search terms here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go back into those campaigns, go back into those ad groups, and add those as negatives. Now, I've already launched other videos on how to add negative keywords in with bulk files, which is a lot faster to do, and I'll launch more tutorials about that. It's way quicker to add them using bulk files than it is to add them using the campaign manager. So if you want that tool on how to add them using bulk files, I'll leave a template in the next video, and I'll make another video, put it in the comments below, request that template. I'll go ahead and create another video on how to add negative search terms very quickly. So after we do that, basically that's it, right? But not really. There's other search terms that we could possibly add. You want to start to look at relevancy. If you're going through all of your customer search terms here in this row, which is the customer search term row, and you see the word blue constantly popping up, or some sort of keyword in your search term report that's not very relevant to your product, you could add those as negative phrase match. So if we jump back into your ad groups, the way negative phrase match works is if you type in, say, a single keyword in that ad group, like blue, if you have a red product and you're constantly showing up for blue keywords, then just add the word blue as negative phrase match. If I add that, now inside this ad group, you will no longer show up for any search term that contains blue, whether it be blue elephant, statue, anything like that. Like, you will no longer show up for anything in the ad group that contains that word. So that's a way to cut out tons of words all at once. And in my business, we use a tool called the N-gram analysis tool from my friends Elizabeth Green and Michael Fasheen from Ad Badger. And they gave this great N-gram analysis tool. I'll link a video in the description for that. So jumping back into your search term report, that's exactly how you add negative keywords. And this is something we do in my business every single week. Now I want to show you a way to do it a little bit quicker and a way to aggregate all of the keywords. Because sometimes what's going to happen is you're going to get blue elephant here and blue elephant here, but they're coming from separate campaigns. And in your search term report, they're going to show up and they're not going to combine the data. So what I want to show you how to do next is to run a pivot table. So what you're going to do is go into this insert right here, and you're going to insert a pivot table. So this is what it looks like once you insert the pivot table. And what I've added is some rows. The first row is the customer search term. You could sort it different ways, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. Then you want to add some other values in here. You can add clicks, spend, total sales, total advertising cost of sales, ACoS. You got your cost per click, your 7-day total orders, and I added some filters for spend, 7-day total sales, total advertising cost of sale to run some filters. And I want to show you how to use those. And like I said, the beauty of this is it's going to take that customer search term that shows up multiple times in your search term report, and it's going to give the sum of all that data, which is very amazing. So this is a way to really shorten that search term report and aggregate all that data easily for you. So now what I'm going to do is start to run some sorting and some filters in here. So now I can actually go sorting right here in this customer search term inside my pivot table editor here. And let's say I want to sort by ACoS, right? We can sort by ACoS ascending, which is going to, put it 51% at the top. I want to go the other way. I want to go descending, which is going to give me that high ACoS at the top. And once again, we're going to see the ones that are super high. So this is a much better way to do it using a pivot table. Very easy to do once you get the hang of it. So just follow along here. Customer search terms, clicks, spend, total sales, ACoS, cost per click, orders inside the values. And then inside the filters, we're going to run spend, 7-day total sales, total advertising cost of sale. And what's the beauty of doing it this way? If I want to do the same thing, what I did was I ran a filter by condition here. I said greater than, say 0.5, which is a 50% ACoS, and I just hit OK. So now it's going to filter out anything greater than a 50% ACoS, so I can quickly find out which negatives I need to add. Now, what you also may want to do is, add your campaign name and your ad group into here as well, unless you plan on adding these across every single campaign. Or what you could do is jump right back to your sponsored product search term report and figure out which campaigns and ad groups this belongs to. So like I did before, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to filter some different ways here. So if we go down to the filters, we're going to go orders, total orders, we'll say equals 0. So we'll go clear, 0, we'll click OK. And then we can go back to the top. We could run a new filter. Oh, whoops. Hold on 1 second. I need to go down here and apply all back to this ACoS filter. We'll click OK. So it's going to give us all of our search terms with 0 orders back. And then we're going to go back up to here, go sort by. And we're going to go spend, sum of spend. We're going to go descending. So now we're going to get high spend, 0 orders. And once again, this is going to aggregate it across all the search terms. So you can see $275 in spend, $200, $150, $120, $100. So as you see here, this client had tons and tons of wasted ad spend that we were able to cut out right away. And this allowed them to get much better performance immediately as soon as we took over their account. And if you're interested in how we added those negatives very quickly using bulk files instead of manually going into Campaign Manager, which takes tons of time, put a comment below and I'll make sure to put that in my next video. Well, folks, that wraps up today's deep dive into maximizing the power of your search term report to slash your ACoS. This is the first thing my team and I do when we get into new Amazon advertising accounts for the quickest possible wins. If this tutorial brought you value, please hit the like button, consider subscribing for more insights. Your journey to mastering Amazon PPC is just a few clicks away. And hey, learning doesn't stop here. Be sure to check out this video over here for more tutorials on Amazon advertising. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.